What's going on, guys? Keith Lamberth here, and I am with none other than the boss man himself, the sheriff of Florida, Mr. Greg Nosar, and the jig master, old Robert Brown. Chief, thank you for your service again. Guys, we are coming with you for a fun-filled interview with these two guys for the matchup between the Washington Warhawks and the Norfolk Privateers. Now, Greg will be fishing this week. Robert will not, but I promise you there will be plenty of talk between the two. Uh, this is a love fueled relationship between these two. If you guys hadn't checked it out, go look at Greg's profile picture on Facebook. Tells you all you need to know. Guys, tell me a little bit about this matchup. Greg, y'all's team is having a pretty good season. You're on a good win streak. Robert Brown, not so good.
So good.
Tell me what we're feeling about this matchup and how y'all see the outcome being.
Well, I mean, for us, I mean, look, we're taking this very seriously. I mean, we're trying to do our prep work. I'll be honest with you, man. Pre-fishing not going so well right now for us, man. I think Robert chose the worst freaking spot during the summertime to take us on the body of water. I think this is absolute payback from the Potomac River last year, where we defeated the Norfolk Privateers and kicked their butts out of the playoffs. I think they're going to try to do the same thing to us in this pathetic, terrible, stingy ass water that they're putting us on. But it's nothing to expect. We kind of figured after their performance at Hunting Run and their performance at Potomac last year that this was expected. So we're ready for this grind. We're ready, man.
Let's talk about the similarities between Hunting Run and the Potomac from last year. I think a total between both those matches of 5 fish were caught.
Yeah, it was pretty crappy. Yeah, it was pretty crappy.
So, I want to hear. Don't start the baby and crying already. We ain't even got to the match yet. It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad for you guys. Like it's gonna be. I'm like 180 to around 40 ish.
Listen, we were congratulating Joe Costa for catching 14 inchers, man. Like
that's strong.
Like seriously,
that's
like
strong.
We were applauding 14 inchers, man. We're like, yeah, man, that's awesome. Where'd you find them? Like, I went there for 4 days. I fished this body of water and I caught 4 fish, man. So that's just, I mean, that's God's honest truth, man. So, hey, if that was their strategy, man, as a river guy, it's working pretty daggone well. But your boy ain't going to give up, man.
You're on them, bro. You're on them. You got it. You got it locked up. You got it locked up.
I mean, it's, yeah. I agree, man. But Virginia Reapers tried to do that to your old boy last time, and it didn't work too well. You saw how that ended.
Well,
Greg, so you guys, Greg, y'all are tracking towards the playoff, but we do know, we've talked about this on several of the shows, there's going to be the potential for a 4-4 team to make the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Robert Brown, y'all 1-4, right?
Yeah, I think we are. Yeah, we're 1-4. 1-4.
1-4. That means y'all could be one of those 4-4 teams to make the playoffs, but it starts right here, week 7 against those Washington Warhawks. Now, I mean, we've looked. You caught a monster fish in week 1, giant lunker. You followed up again. Yeah, I think you had your PB twice and within a month or so, right?
Yeah. I caught my PB and then I broke it in the first KFL matchup.
Yeah, so we've all rode the highs and the lows. Right now, you guys are battling the lows. But how do you keep your team motivated? I mean, it's look, it sucks being at the bottom. I'm right there with you. It sucks being at the bottom, but from the bottom, you can only go up. You can only fight every week. So how do you guys keep yourself motivated? I know you're going to be on the sidelines pulling for your team this weekend, and you're going to want to talk some trash to Greg and the other team, but it still takes the communication from the team and the commitment from the team. How do you guys stay motivated on this 1-4 start to the season to try to finish the season strong, either play upset spoiler or try to be that backdoor team that gets in at 4-4?
Well, I'll be 100% honest with you, man. One thing I love about my team is that I don't have to do anything to keep them motivated. They're motivated to win every time they get in the kayak and they get on the water, regardless of what our schedule is. We're not going to quit. We're still going to put our best 4 that we can put on the water, and we're still going to go out there and try to beat whoever's in front of us. And whenever we face the Warhawks or the Reapers, it's already got a little bit of its own undertone. We're already amped up to beat those guys. They're our in-state rivals, and we all know Greg's going to talk shit. Greg's going to be up there with the memes. He's going to be doing all of that. Oh, we lost him.
I guess we lost him. He just couldn't handle the sauce, man. It's hard to be on the same stage as us two, Robert.
Facts, bro. Facts.
Yeah, we can't.
There he is.
We get it. We get it. We know that
Oh,
it's daggone near impossible to be on the same stage as us, man. It's okay.
But I apologize about that. I had a little technical difficulty there. And I lost audio, so I was trying to make sure I could hear what you guys were saying.
Yeah,
Yeah, look, Robert, you're right. That's the aspect of this team thing is having those players, the teammates that's going to stay motivated no matter what. Greg, on the same side, you guys are again on a nice little win streak, big match. This is pivotal because you lose and now you're kind of backing up to the rest of the standings. You keep winning and you pretty much you
Yeah.
win this week and y'all could solidify a playoff spot. So, how do you keep your team on the high? How do you keep your team from remain humble, but stay hungry?
Well, I mean, like Robert said, this is our in-state rival. This has been our rival since day one of the KFL. We love facing Norfolk Privateers. I mean, from the preseason matchup back in 2021 to now. I mean, we don't care about records. Throw the freaking records out the window. We want to beat them at their home. We have yet to go there, and face them. We are now doing it, and this is our first home game against Norfolk, and we want to our away game against Norfolk. We want to shut them up, man. I mean, we want to show, this is not just a battle of the KFL, but we have a little in-state rivalry between them and the Virginia Reapers. This means a lot to us, man. And, we all respect each other, have a good time, but at the end of the day, we all want to beat the tar out of each other on the water. And our goal is to go out there. We're going to show up, man. Hell or high water, we're going to do everything we can. And again, we don't care about the records. We want to beat these guys just for the whole Virginia rivalry thing. It's kind of like Alabama Auburn, man. Who cares about the records, dude? You throw them out. Let's go.
That matters. That matters for the next 365 days. The win on either side matters for the next 365 days. And of course, it's going to matter more. It'll matter more for one of you, Robert and him. If y'all are able to give them a loss, get them off this win streak, maybe kickstart something for y'all. That could mean a little more for y'all, Greg. You got to keep battling every week. When you're at the top, everybody's coming for you. When you're at the pinnacle, everybody's trying to get there, pulling on your skirt to pull you down.
Hey Keith, yeah. you heard something he said. It was a pivotal thing in his description that he said. This is their first time facing us at home. So they're so afraid of us that whenever he makes the schedule, he makes it so we come up with them to face them on their waters. Now they're coming down to Hampton Roads. We're going to get that ass on North Landing River.
Ooh, I like it. That's the fire that everybody needs. Look, go fish. I mean, Alabama Hammers, listen, we won week one at Jordan Lake against the Tar Heel Unkers, and it has been a shit show for us the rest of the way, whether it be weather hasn't participated, the lake just wasn't the right lake for anybody to be fishing on. We haven't put it together. We have not had a very good season, but that fire, that hunger is what we need from every team, whether you're 0-5 at this point or 5-0. We got to put on a show. 3 Bells and Cross Kicks and Rip It Energy has been good enough to us to be our sponsors, and we need to provide a product for it, not only on the camera, but off the camera. We need guys doing things with all their heart, with the integrity, the right way, and just go fish. No matter your record, no matter who you're fishing, just go fish. I'm looking forward to this match. I mean, it may not be a marquee match on everybody's schedule this week, but I'm telling you what, this is going to be a hell of a lot of fun to watch.
I mean, we look at it like this. This is part of where our motivation comes from. We're 1-4, right? I want to say at least 3 of those 4 losses is one fish.
Yeah.
One fish. Like,
that's right.
One fish, and we're 4-1.
Correct.
So it's not like our record. Yeah, our record is 1-4, but we're not indicative of our record. We have so much talent on this team, man. And Greg and the Warhawks know it. We fished against these guys a lot, right? Not just in preseason matchups and during the season, but like in our in-state trails. We fished.
Right.
So the competition aspect is there. The drive is there. The want to beat them is there. And it really sucks for me that I'm not going to be there. But my guys are gonna do what they have to do.
Well, the goal at the end of the season is Chickamauga. You want to be there, and you can't. I mean, if that's not your end goal, if that's not your goal, is being a part of the KFL and fishing with your team. Perfect example. While it's not that serious, Robert, I served in the Navy. You're in the Navy. You fight with your brothers and sisters from the start to the finish. And if you're not fighting with them, then you're doing it wrong. So The end goal may be Chickamauga, but there's so much opportunity, even for the teams that don't make it there. Just keep fighting. You never know who's going to see you. You never know what personal opportunities it creates. I'm thankful for what I get to do with the KFL. I haven't fished worth a shit this season, but to have the opportunity to come on and interview you guys and talk about these matches and learn about these different bodies of water and see the excitement of the highs and the disappointments of the lows. Mike Kelsey losing that 6-pound bass at the kayak. I mean, that's pretty disappointing. So that's what we do it for, guys. We do it for the banter. We do it for the sportsmanship and the camaraderie and to do the things we love to do. But at the same time, just fish.
Shut up.
That's what we're going to do. I mean, exactly. Look, I mean, somebody's going to catch them. We just got to find them. And look, we're not overlooking anything. We've got the next 3 games on the road, but it starts with Norfolk. And, I want this, man. I mean, like, you ain't going to sit me down on the bench this week. Not against this team. No, it's not going to happen, man. This one means a lot to me personally. And, I love it. This is what you get up for, man. As I said, I don't think there's anything better putting on your jersey, going with your boys on the road and beating them at their place. There's nothing like it. And, I know I've been out of sports for over 20 years, but this gets me juiced up, man. And I can't wait, man. Bring it. Bring Saturday on, man.
Yeah.
Well, guys, closing statement. I appreciate you guys coming on with me. Greg, last thing you want to say to Robert before this matchup this weekend?
I don't say this often, but Robert, you in your uniform, man, thank you for what you do, bro. We appreciate you, man. Honestly, I love you like a brother, man. You are. But come Saturday, the hell with you and your team. We're going to come after you, man.
I appreciate
Robert, what you got for Greg?
All I got for Greg, man, is it's going to be you're gonna feel the pain when you walk away from this game with that loss. It's gonna be hot, but you will at least have a nice towel to get all the sweat and tears off of your face with my face on it when you lose.
That's what I love to hear. I love it.
The bowl game towel.
Yeah, the bowl game towel draped over your face.
Awesome.
You're walking away from this game with this loss.
Awesome. Well, Greg, Robert, I appreciate y'all taking the time on me. Well, again, guys, we're following up this. We'll talk to y'all again some more this weekend after the Washington Warhawks take on the Norfolk Privateers. Guys, thanks again for coming on. I want to wish both teams the best of luck, tight lines, and all the safety you guys can have out on the water. Thanks again for coming on with me today.
Yeah, thanks for having me, bro.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate it, guys.